take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They snap it to Fields. That's caught at the 2. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Chidobe with a pick. Well, a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring it. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Foyesade and Lurican. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down.
And in for the Lions touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Aiden Hutchinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Christian McCaffrey from 17 yards out. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 50, here's Fields. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Back to throw. Fields. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. From 13 yards out. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Burrow. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. The quick throw finds T.J. Hockenson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. Well, the fake punt gets only a yard, but that's enough to pick up the first. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
Here we go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Foyesade American. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football. While we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here's Fields.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Burrow under pressure. They got him again. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
11. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. On first down, Fields.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
First down. Here's Burrow.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Burrow.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches are.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Fields now to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Burrow on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, Joe Burrow.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
57 yards.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with the first and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, Fields.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Now it's Fields.
He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Quentin Williams coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here's Fields. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. To the air again, Fields. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Touchdown! Nick Chubb from 6 yards away. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game?
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Play action. It's Fields.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns it. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal.
Fields.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
What a stand there defensively. They forced the 3rd and goal, forced force them into what they think will be a passing situation, and then they make sure to lock up all the receivers and come away with the interception. Sounds simple.
And now here's another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter.
It's Cameron Dantzler who got him down.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Cam.
And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Pulled in at the 24.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 10, Fields again. The man right side is Sharp, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab in this NFC Championship bout. Again, Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jamison Williams
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Lions are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game, and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And my goodness, another interception.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached.
And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And again, it's Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
The Lions are Super Bowl bound, the NFC champs. As we say, thanks for watching and good night.